Read the red, Luke 6. Don't you read the scriptures? Haven't you ever read what King David did when he and his men were hungry? He went into the temple and took the showbread and the special bread that was placed before the Lord and ate it, illegal as this was, and shared it with others. I am master even of the Sabbath. Come and stand here where everyone could see. I have a question for you. Is it right to do good on the Sabbath day, or to do harm, to save life, or to destroy it? Reach out your hand. What happiness there is for you who are poor, for the kingdom of God is yours. What happiness there is for you who are now hungry, for you are going to be satisfied. What happiness there is for you who weep, for the time will come when you shall laugh with joy. What happiness it is when others hate you and exclude you and insult you and smear your name because you are mine. When that happens, rejoice, yes, leap for joy, for you will have a great reward awaiting you in heaven. And you will be in good company. The ancient prophets were treated that way too. But oh, the sorrows that await the rich, for they have had their only happiness down here. They are fat and prosperous now, but a time of awful hunger is before them. Their careless laughter now means sorrow then. And what sadness is ahead for those praised by the crowds, for false prophets have always had praise. Listen, all of you. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Pray for the happiness of those who curse you. Implore God's blessing on those who hurt you. If someone slaps you on one cheek, let him slap the other too. If someone demands your coat, give him your shirt besides. Give what you have to anyone who asks you for it, and when things are taken away from you, don't worry about them. Don't worry about getting them back. Treat others as you want them to treat you. Do you think you deserve credit for merely loving those who love you? Even the godless do that. And if you do good only to those who do good, is that so wonderful? Even sinners do that. And if you lend money only to those who can repay you, what good is that? Even the most wicked will lend to their own kind for full return. Love your enemies, do good to them, lend to them, and don't be concerned about the fact that they will never pay you. Then your reward from heaven will be very great, and you will truly be acting as sons of God, for He is kind to the unthankful and to those who are very wicked. Try to show as much compassion as your Father does. Never criticize or condemn, or it will all come back on you. Go easy on others, then they will do the same for you. For if you give, you will get. Your gift will return to you in full, an overflowing measure, pressed down, shaken together to make room for more, and running over. Whatever measure you use to give, large or small, will be used to measure what is given back to you. What good is it for a blind man to lead others? He will fall into a ditch and pull the others down with him. How can a student know more than his teacher? But if he works hard, he may learn as much. And why quibble about the speck in somebody's eye, his little fault, when a board is in your own? Brother, let me help you get rid of that speck in your eye, when you cannot see past the board in yours. Hypocrite, first get rid of it. Get rid of your board, and then perhaps you can see well enough to deal with his speck. A tree from good stock doesn't produce grub fruit, nor do trees from poor stock produce choice fruit. A tree is identified by the kind of fruit it produces. Figs never grow on thorns, or grapes on bramble bushes. A good man produces good deeds from a good heart, and an evil man produces evil deeds from his hidden weaknesses. Whatever is in the heart overflows into your speech. So why do you call me Lord when you won't obey me? But all those who come and listen and obey me are like a man who builds a house on a strong foundation laid upon the underlying rock. When the floodwaters rise and break against the house, it stands firm, for it is strongly built. But those who listen and don't obey are like a man who builds a house without a foundation. When the floods sweep down against the house, it crumbles into a heap of ruins.